Hello, sports and Sportsette fans. I'm back today with another quick Splarshy review. Like I said in my last episode, I consider the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo to be a failed experiment. That being said, there are two episodes that have good things in them, good moments. Those being To All the Ghouls I've Loved Before and Scoobra Kadubra. There's also a good episode in the form of Ship of Ghouls, which I just reviewed in my last video. And there's one very good episode called Scope Scoob, which is the episode I'm reviewing in this video. Scope Scoob is a departure from the other episodes of this series. The other episodes of the series couldn't decide whether to be dark or light or what. Lighthearted romps or darker adventures. And this episode went more for the darker tone. And it had brief moments of humor, which is the way this series should have been all along. Not only are there twists in the story, not only are the characters, each of the main characters, very well utilized in this episode, but it creates a whole cohesive narrative that one can enjoy. And it makes Shaggy and Scooby more of a focus in this episode. And most of the episodes of this series, the focus was on Flim Flam or Scrappy and not on Shaggy and Scooby. And Daphne in this episode even is utilized well, which is surprising considering how little they used her in this series and how poorly they used her. And so this episode is about they're going on a TV show to show the Chest of Demons, and the TV host is Boris Karloff, and they're going onto his program, and they're going to capture one of the ghosts and put it in the chest on the air. But Boris Karloff has other plans. As revenge for something Vincent did to him in school, he plans to open the Chest of Demons on the air as payback. And I thought the episode was very well crafted. And the idea of the demon in this one, they call it Zimbulu or whatever. I call it Simbulu, like Simba. It makes the most sense to me. But anyway, he is after the chest. And there is a couple of twists about what happens with the chest, the identity of a certain character, and it's done very well. And like I said, there's a little bit of humor in here. The humor, unlike in the other episodes, doesn't hurt the tone of the story. And actually, you would think the idea of them pretending to be tour guides to zombies so the zombies get on a tour bus and drive away would be a bad idea for your darker tone episode. But the episode was just great. I mean, there was them running around, escaping from the zombies. They'd be there, then they'd run outside in total fear. And then they'd encounter them, and they'd pretend to be tour guides and lead them away on the tour bus. But the thing was, it was refreshing because not only did it make slight sense why the zombies would want to go on a tour, but also the tour bus leaves, and the tour bus doesn't come right back and they come out after them. No, the tour bus actually aids them in getting rid of the zombies and out of that situation. Whereas usually in a cartoon, it would just lead to the villain coming right back to get them. It did not happen here. And also things you wouldn't expect during this episode, like Vogel and Weird, are shown to have great strength in this episode. They're actually trying to tip over, like rocking the tower back and forth. Shaggy and Scooby are in. And to cause their doom, their demise. And it was very well done. And not to mention here, even though the drawings weren't very good in this particular episode, it still worked, and the colors were very vibrant, and the animation was smoother than usual for this series. And like I said, all the characters were utilized well. Shaggy and Scooby were made the focus once again. Daphne had a good role where she was bribing them with Scooby snacks. She was leading the investigation. Scrappy was there to be the brave little tyke he is and champion his uncle's bravery, even going so far as to throw his uncle into the room with Shaggy, lock the door, and probably exclaim, "Yay, my Uncle Scooby is going to be a hero." And it was just such a good moment. And Flim Flam's well used. You see his ego. You see, his ability to trick others. And it's done in a very well way that aids the game and doesn't come off as a nuisance. And so, when people talk about the show and what the best episodes are, I'm definitely always going to champion Horror Scope Scoob. Not only does it have a good narrative, not only does it use the characters very well, but you have these extra characters that aren't normally in the episodes, like the Medium and Boris Creepoff and Zimbulu and all these characters, and the director and all that stuff, and they're very well painted for just being in a 24-minute episode. And so yes, I definitely recommend watching Horror Scope Scoob. Even if you don't watch anything else from the series, I would recommend that one. It truly stands out, and it's an episode worthy of Scooby-Doo, but at the same time, it goes in a completely different direction, a direction that most wouldn't have expected, but most will probably enjoy. And so, until next time, this has been a quick Splarshy review.